Indiana's cold. We out of here. Indiana's finally had multiple days of below freezing temperatures throughout the day. So it's time to get out of Indiana. We're off to Quartzsite, Arizona, where I spent last January. There's this thing called the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. Go check it out. I didn't really do it last year, but I hung out in the desert anyway in Quartzsite. A little bit warmer weather. Should be about 70 degrees. I think the lows are in the 40s in the night. A bit better than here in Indiana. Jasmine and I are wrapped up, packed up, and ready to roll, and we're out of here. The goal is to try and get to Arkansas. There's a state forest. Costs like $25 a night. For full hookups, they're open up 365 days a year. So that's the goal. Get there, flush out the antifreeze out of my water systems, and probably go ahead and bleach for the night. And then rinse out the bleach the next morning. We'll be all set to go again. It's been about 3 months back in Indiana. Made a little extra cash, driving the Amish around. Got my credit card paid off most of the way compared to where it was from my Alaska trip. Alaska trip ended up costing me a lot more than I anticipated, so I ran up my credit card a bit. Not a big fan of credit card debt. Also, I had to stop off at ST Trailers at Isaac and Thomas, repack and redo all my bearings on my travel trailer. So we should be good to go. I'm not sponsored by ST Trailers. I just think those guys do a good job. They've worked on my travel trailer now 4 times. So yeah. In fact, I don't even think they even have an advertising budget. Here's a bit of a pro tip for you. Once you get passed by a semi or someone pulling a long trailer, once they're comfortably ahead of you, go ahead and hit your blinkers, your hazard lights. Due to a series of events that I had not anticipated, I need to get an oil change on my way here. I had to stop in Terre Haute, get the oil change done. It turns out the place I went to get the oil change didn't have the diesel engine oil that I would need for my truck. So I'm going to 3 different auto and hardware stores for finally got enough oil to do the oil change. Went back to the place to do the oil change. Got that done, but I lost about 2 hours. So I got here to Craighead State Park in Arkansas about 2 hours past what I planned to, so I got here in the dark. So I think tonight's just going to be squirreling away the mess I created, tossing everything in here. But it's only like 50 degrees outside. I'll take that. Got to finish setting everything up for the night. Get the antifreeze flushed out of the lines and call it a night. Maybe get around to finally doing the bleach tonight too. I'm getting kind of tired. I still got to eat dinner too. It's worth noting that after almost 6 years of doing this, this is the first time I've needed to use the outside light to do anything. And the original one wasn't very good. I installed a much better LED light, and it is powerfully bright. Can't really tell maybe if the way it's all set up, but that was a definite plus for me to fix it and put in a better light than was originally there. First night's done, so now we're off to Lake Arcadia, just up north of Oklahoma City, to hit that state park. Hopefully this time I'll get around to disinfecting the freshwater system. Just kind of ran out of time last night. Had a bit of a leak this morning, kind of freaked me out. It was fine. It turns out it was a low point drain. I just didn't have the cap all the way on tight enough. When I got up and saw the water underneath the RV, a little bit of a panic, just saying. About 2 hours out from Oklahoma City. I'm gonna stay at a park there, but it is upper 60s, guys. Woo! And I've got the sunroof cracked open, got the back window cracked open, got some nice airflow, because it is warm. You throw in the fact I'm wearing a black t-shirt with the sun bearing down, it's definitely warm. But I escaped winter. We have reached terminal velocity. The downside of being in warmer air is all my tire pressures are higher now. So I need to bleed off some air because we keep getting this high pressure alarms on my trailer tires. Today I want to try to make it all the way over to the Air Force Base outside Albuquerque, Kirtland Air Force Base. Been there for about an hour and a half, and the sun's finally decided to come up. cloudy. Here we go. Another, I think 7.5 more hours and I'll be there. And then another day after that, I'll be in Quartzsite. Ooh. Warm weather too. Just realized I'm on Route 66. Goes all the way from Chicago to Los Angeles. So maybe one day I'll do a Route 66 road trip. It's an option. Just west of Amarillo, Texas, and the wind is ripping. There are windmills freaking everywhere. The wind's so strong, I'm actually seeing my gas mileage going down because I'm driving into the wind. This is some strong wind in Texas. These are all those windmills that supposedly failed last year during the ice freeze. That's only because they didn't winterize them, so yeah. Nice and cold today. It's like 30 degrees, I think. I think it's 30 degrees what I saw. So we gotta get further south, so we don't have to worry about freezing. But I disconnected my water lines last night, dumped my tanks before it froze. So the only thing you have to do is hook up the truck and disconnect electricity, and we're out of here. Pretty cool this morning. Quarter after 7, we're all hooked up, set up, and ready to roll. Here is some trash. And we're out the door. Get further south, the next Air Force base, closer to the border, warmer air. And we get to some shorts and sandal weather before the day's over with. Could be a stretch. Need to do a quick stop off at the base gas station, get some coffee for the road. I had a quick tamale and microwave this morning. How's my breakfast? Tires look good. We're off to a good start. Forgot my phone. Still inside the RV. It's all locked up. Unfortunately, it's the weekend, so the base gas station is currently closed this early in the morning, so I gotta get coffee somewhere else. I'm at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. They didn't have any availability for full hookup, so I had to go on the overflow lot. It's only $11. But unfortunately, Well, alright, so the good news, my generator, little portable generator, works great, powers everything up. First bad luck of news, my water pump. I just spent like the last 2 hours trying to figure out how to make this stupid thing pump water. I took it all apart. It doesn't have an impeller, it's like a swish plate of some sort, but it's not pumping water. So let's see if I can't get a new pump tomorrow before I go all the way out to Quartzsite and don't have the ability to use 30 gallons of water. I just loaded up this evening in my RV that I can't get to now without the pump. The second problem is the battery does not appear to be holding as much of a charge as it used to, and I just replaced it a year ago. So heading to Quartzsite and boondocking without the ability to use 30 gallons of water, I just loaded in and have a diminished battery capacity. That sucks. That's no bueno. And I need to put everything back. So I have water, I have another container of water in the back of the truck. And I have to put all this, all that over here, back over here. Man, oh man. And I still haven't made dinner. I have no idea how late it is. Work's never done. It's always something else. Made to Quartzsite. Briefly got into shorts. Then the sun kind of got behind some clouds and the wind picked up a little bit. Had to jump back into pants. But I do have all my sandals. So this is gonna be home for a bit. Need to change out my water pump. And need to look into a new battery. Might do the jump into lithium. Need to check and see if my battery charge converter. I think I can use it as it is right now. I think I need to go to a different style though. It will do lithium. I don't think this one can do lithium. It'll only do like 80% of the charge capacity for a lithium battery. It won't be able to do the full charge capacity of a lithium battery. It's just after 5. I got another hour or so until it gets dark. I'm gonna go set this up and see if I can't catch anything out here in the high desert outside of Quartzsite. I'm about 8 some miles outside of Quartzsite. I'm gonna try and bait the area a little bit with some acorn rage from Wildgame Innovations. It's kind of a powdery looking substance. Ground up acorns and who knows what else is all in here. Just put a little bit of that out next to the camera, see if that helps attract anything in. Probably should have put on something other than sandals to walk out here in this desert. Ground's packed pretty hard. Lots of little bitty tiny cactuses and all these little rocks. Might be a spot right over there. Can't really tell where the game trails are. Ground's so hard. I think I'll tie it to that tree. Look out this direction. That'll work. Trail cam's been out for 2 days, so let's go check on it. We also got some old beef jerky, so we'll sprinkle that out in front of the camera. Maybe pull in some of these desert coyotes, maybe something else. So I'm on my way to go check my trail camera I set up. Sun's hidden behind a cloud. It's starting to get a little cooler. Got to probably low 70s today. It's really pretty out here. Totally different environment than what I'm used to as a kid.